Hi everyone! In this video, I'll show you how to use Crystis for ASP.NET to load and display Crystal reports in a classic ASP.NET website project, using just a single .aspx page. Let's get started. First, create a folder for your project. I'll name mine Crystis ASP.NET Demo. In Visual Studio, go to File, Open, Website, and select the folder you just created. This opens the folder using the classic ASP.NET website model, which doesn't require a .csproj file. Before we continue, go to File, Save All. This is important. If you don't save the solution, the NuGet package manager won't work properly. Now we need to set the correct target framework for the project to ensure compatibility with Crystis. Right-click the project and choose Property Pages, Build. Set the target framework to at least .NET Framework 4.6. Crystis requires .NET 4.6 or higher. Let's install Crystis via NuGet. Open NuGet Package Manager for Solution and search for Crystis.web. Select it and install it. After installation, Crystis Web DLL will appear in the bin folder. Now, open the /bin folder in File Explorer and add Customer Report 1.rpt, the Crystal report, and Newtonsoft JSON.dll required by Crystis. The RPT file must be in bin, since Crystis loads it from there. The folder is opened. Now right-click inside the Solution Explorer and add a new item web form. Name it creport.aspx. Let's test if the page is working by adding a simple message. Now, run the project and make sure you see Hello in the browser. This confirms your setup works. We created creport.aspx and tested it. Now, we'll build on top of that. Since we'll be using await when showing the report, add async true to the page directive. Inside the form, place a grid view to preview our data and a button to print the report. This gives us a basic UI, a table and a button to trigger the report. Let's open the code behind file and start implementing the logic we need for our report page. Crystis for ASP.NET provides features via CLS Crystis class web. So import the namespace. Declare global DataSet. In page load, populate the grid view with data and use view state to persist it. We load the data once and keep it in view state, so it's still available after postback. Now we add some sample user data in a data table. You can later replace this with real data from your database. Finally, the print button click event uses Crystis to show the report. This is where Crystis does its magic, loads the report, injects your dataset, and opens the viewer. We create an instance of CLS Crystis ClassWeb, the core class from the Crystis library that handles report rendering. Here, we pass our dataset to Crystis. This is the data that will be shown in the report. we set the account and user codes. These are required to authenticate your session with Crystis. For this demo, we're using the public account Demo1 and user 0000. You'll get your own codes when you sign in to siteknower.com. Next, we define the full path to the Crystal report file. It must be placed in the bean folder, and we resolve its location using server map path. Finally, we call showWindow, which renders the report in a new browser tab. This method handles everything, from loading the file, injecting the data, and displaying it. Now that we have a working example, we can run the site and see the report in action. You'll find the full code and sample report file in the GitHub link below the video. Feel free to download it and try it out in your own ASP.NET project.